we are stat nerds.
Yes.
At our core, we are numbers dorks. And so I was digging through some numbers this week about Texas high school football, and some of them actually surprised me. So I want to run through them real quick. The first number is 25. 25.
Okay.
So the leader in the state, as far as I can find, the leader in the state for Texas high school football rushing touchdowns is Candy Brooks. Candy Brooks, at unsurprisingly, I don't think anybody's necessarily surprised that he has 26 touchdown rushes. Pretty impressive, right?
Yeah.
Right behind him, Frost quarterback Kobe Haley has 25 rushing touchdowns.
Wow.
The Polar Bears quarterback has run for 25 touchdowns. That's kind of silly.
Yeah.
And for that to be flying under the radar so much, and I know that Frost has not had the best year in the world, and I think that they're a little bit overshadowed out there, but overall, what he's been doing has been very, very impressive. They're 5-3. The problem is that they can't really stop anybody.
Right.
But and they've lost 2 or 3 out of their last 4, including a really disappointing loss to Millsap. But this is, when you talk about 25 rushing touchdowns, that's pretty impressive for the Polar Bears quarterback, Kobe Haley. He's at 1,414 yards and 25 touchdowns on the ground. Dude's averaging 176 yards per game on the ground. Pretty nuts. Next number, 61-21.
No idea.
That is the combined opposing record of the team with the toughest schedule in Texas. Okay? And you know what? I bet you won't guess who it is.
Well, there are literally 1,400 choices.
Correct.
So.
Would you care to guess?
No, I have no.
Are you sure?
I would guess. Based on some early season wins, I would say someone like Manville or Liberty Ilo.
Pilot Point.
Wow.
The Bearcats have played a schedule where the opponents are 61-21, including they have played Crum, who just clinched their district title, Munster.
Yep, great team.
I believe Aubrey is the only team they've played that's actually pretty middling. They are they're 6-2.
Okay.
They played Gunner.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Great team.
They've played Brock.
Jeez.
They've played Callisburg. They've played Whitesboro, and they've played Pottsboro.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that not nuts?
That's insane.
That's the craziest schedule I've ever seen.
What's Pilot Point's record right now?
2-6, as you'd expect.
Good Lord.
They have run through, so next time that you are like, oh man, our schedule's so tough, it's just so rugged, don't tell that to Rob Best and Pilot Point, because they have been grinding against the toughest schedule in Texas.
That's crazy.
61-21. That's pretty nuts.
Lord.
Oh, and by the way, they get Howe this week. Howe, who I believe is, I think they've got 2 losses.
Jeez.
5-3. Howe is 5-3.
Man.
They have run through an absolute gauntlet. It's been nuts.
Okay.
There's that. Yeah, I know. I told you these are surprising numbers. 439.8. I know. You're like, wait, Tepper, I was told there would be no math. There are 3. Count them 3 private school quarterbacks who are averaging at or more than 439.8 passing yards per game. Grant Gunnell at Houston St. Pius
Grant's not
the
a
10
surprise.
has thrown for 3,518 yards and 49 touchdowns, by the way. Jake Smith at Tyler Bishop Gorman. Remember when they won again 91-71, and that seems so quaint?
Yeah.
He's thrown for 3,106 yards and 29 touchdowns.
Wow.
And Court Walker, Trinity Christian Addison quarterback, has thrown for 3,196 yards, 36 touchdowns. By the way, he's averaging 456.6 yards through the air per game.
Wow.
Pretty nuts. So that's another number. 2.
This is the least number of points a team has scored this year.
The least number of points a game has included.
Oh, there was a 2-0? Sweeney
beat Van Vleck 2-0 in week 2.
Wow.
2-0 was the final score. Not a forfeit, because forfeits are always marked 1-0.
1-0.
Sweeney beat Van Vleck 2-0.
Wow.
2-0. So when we talk about with the highest scoring game in Texas high school football history, 11-man.
Yeah.
With in national 11-man high school.
168.
168
right?
points.
Total points.
This had 2,
Wow.
which is I suppose there's probably been a scoreless tie back when they had ties.
Yeah.
But this would have to be tied for like second for
Seriously.
the lowest scoring game
It's crazy.
in Texas high school football history. 2-0.
Okay.
And finally, I'm going to see if you can guess this. The number is 50.7.
Okay. Is this the
50.7 is the number.
Is this the highest average of points scored by one team?
No.
Oh.
No, that's a good guess, though.
That's-
Actually, if you're looking for the highest, I can pull that up real quick.
Okay.
If you're looking for the highest number of points scored, or average points by one team.
The highest scoring team in
yes,
the state,
the highest scoring team in the state right now is. Oh, I gotta find that. Hold on, that's coming. The highest scoring team in the state is Aledo.
points.
It's
shocking.
Aledo has scored 499 points in 8 games.
Yeah.
Which means that they're scoring 62.3 points per game. In fact,
Okay.
there are a fair number. There are at least 20 teams that are scoring more than 51 points.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Including the team that we're talking about here.
Oh, okay.
50.7
Yes.
is the average margin of victory
Okay.
for West Orange Stark.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
The Mustangs,
Yeah.
this is the silliest stat I've ever seen. The Mustangs have scored 429 points this year.
Mm-hmm.
They have allowed 23. That is
That's almost Katie-like.
That is a difference of 406 points,
Yeah.
which means that they are beating teams by an average
Yeah.
of 50.7 points per game.
What was Katie at the end of the year? It was like four points per game last year.
Boy, I can see this.
I feel like that's what it was. I feel like they allowed 4 points per game, which means West Orange Stark is well on their way.
So last year, Katie did not even have the best margin of victory in the state.
Okay.
It was Brock.
Okay. But points per game allowed is what I was going for, though.
Brock beat him there, or no?
Oh.
Katie, you're right. Katie, Katie
The
did
fewest
beat them
number of
there.
points.
Yes,
Yeah.
62. They give
62
62
okay.
all year, so, which
Yeah.
means that they gave up.
4 points something per game, right?
They gave up 3.8 points. per game.
3.8.
3.8 points per game, and they scored. So they outscored people by an average of about 46
Okay.
per game.
Yeah.
Brock outscored people by an average of 48 per game.
Right. Great defense, great offense,
Correct.
obviously.
So those are
Wow.
the silly. Aren't those good?
Those
See?
are great.
See?
Those are great.
Look at me planning a
This
segment.
is awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there you go. Those are the surprising Texas high school
Yeah,
football numbers.
seriously, man.